call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to Husky Stadium, home of the Washington Huskies. As we'll see, the number 13 team in the country, the Illinois Fighting Illini, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Washington Huskies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Washington will kick off as this one gets started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Illinois' offense takes the field to start this game off. They got an incredibly efficient performance from this guy last time out. Now, Jesse, it's about making that a consistent thing.
Yeah, I think the most impressive thing watching that tape back from his last game is the ball never touched the ground, David. It was amazing. And it wasn't that he was so accurate throwing the ball deep down the field. It's just that the ball was always going to the open guy. He did a really good job checking it down, taking the profit when it wasn't open downfield. That kept the offense on schedule. That's really important for this offense today.
And when you're watching it as a defensive player and coming to this football game, man, you know this is going to be a challenge. I better get pressure on this guy. If I let him feel comfortable, you'll see another day like last week. I mean, that dude was accurate. Almost every ball was caught. They were in rhythm. They're going to have to find some creative ways to get him off his spots and make him feel uncomfortable.
They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
I know it's something we take for granted, guys, but Q did a great job there with the play-action fake. He really took his time and sold it. And that's what froze the linebackers in the second level of the defense to help make that completion a whole lot easier.
Defense showing blitz, trying to rattle this quarterback. He's moving out of the pocket. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down.
QB's running around, it's normal nowadays. You see such good athletes at the quarterback position. But I tell you what, he better start sliding too. Get some first downs, that's fine. Get some yards, that's fine. Make sure you slide on the ground so you don't take too many licks like that.
Oh, better look out! Turning it on! Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the ground with the back. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
You see all this movement in football now. All the stemming, the defensive line, they're sliding right before the snap, creating confusion for the offensive line. Then they're moving back and stunting. Really good job by the defense. Continue to move, continue to stunt, continue to get in the backfield and make this life hard on this running back.
From the gun, the running back to hit the hole. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And you can tell that play went nowhere from the start.
It was definitely a great play by that defender.
Oh, yeah, he got the backfield so quick, the running back had absolutely no chance.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Here's the pressure. Makes the catch. It's Kelly. They knock him down right at the 20-yard line. Not enough for the first down, but maybe they'll keep the offense on the field. And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. It's good. Easy call for the ref. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
And 3 more on the board, and this kicker is starting to get a reputation starting off the season. Hasn't missed yet. Nice to have a guy that you can really, really depend on.
So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. He'll start the return inside his 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. So Washington's offense will take the field for the first time. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have 2 guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Oh, they should, because these guys can take the top off the defense. You've got 2 very dynamic individuals playing on each offense, and I'm playing quarterback in this game for either team. I am going to take my shots and give my guy an opportunity, because both of these guys, David, have proven they can make circus-level catches.
I mean, when they're not open, they're open. I mean, they can make the dynamic catches, the contested catches. They have the speed. They are 2 of the best playmakers in all of the country. So whenever an offense has the football today, you're going to like the show.
Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34. The Huskies come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Trying play action. Fires to the wideout. A strike downfield. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44. These 2 guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and hundreds and
looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. They won it all, and that is exactly what they got.
And a really nice job understanding I got to get to that gap where there's a little bit of open space in the middle of the field when I run that post route. QB lays it out for him, and he catches it, gets 2 feet in bounds, in the end zone, touchdown.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Illinois offense returns to the field. A little bit of feeling each other out there, down 7-3 as they open this drive. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Here's the heat. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised. And initially, he's flushed out of the pocket. Nothing's open. And he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't. He's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
Can you even imagine trying to operate in the midst of this purple rain on 3rd down? And the rush will get to him at the 25. Illinois lining up to punt this one away. They'll clear it away for the first time tonight. First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. Slips through the line. Very little will make the crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. There he goes. Slicing and dicing through this defense, and they've got it down to the 23. And the Huskies, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Unloads to the wideout. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down, 2nd down coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
They make the stop, but you can't give up 4 yards a chunk on the ground down in this area of the field. It's at the 18. Washington hoping to make this defense bow down in the red zone. He's got it. And they make the stop, and this offense has it inside the 5, and they are threatening. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Washington. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Now what they had in mind to start this drive, here comes 2nd and 13. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the left. He finally goes out of bounds, but you better check that laundry on the field. That was right on the borderline. You want to make that quarterback feel you, but the official thought it was a little too much. Roughing the passer penalty. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Under fire. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. And this is the type of defense that have made the Huskies a factory for pro players.
Yeah, Reese, when I think about Washington football, I think about defense, I think about right place, right time, great thought process, just physical, make you earn everything they get every single year.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, nice job on the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch. And he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job on the defense.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. Illinois runs the punt unit onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. They'll give it to the back. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. We've reached the break. It's Washington holding the lead. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the 2nd. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Looking to the big tight end. Got him downfield. They'll get the 1st down. It's spotted on the 49. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again.
This defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field, and they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Back to pass. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Connection to the right. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. Washington has a lot of things working. Set up with another 1st down. Looking to throw on 1st down. Pocket breaking down. He'll get rid of it. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. The give to the back. Oh, he's got some space. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with the first down. The Huskies didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Got some room, headed to the goal line, and he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Husky! No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, Phyllis, here's a final update on a clash between top 15 teams.
They'll run this play from the pistol. They'll give it on the counter. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case. And there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Fighting Illini, facing a 3rd and long to keep this drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. Bring in the heat. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. Illinois lining up to punt this one away. Just a wall of defenders everywhere he looks, and he's guided out of bounds after a short return. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. And what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go. From the gun, give on the inside. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. And the Huskies come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. They'll stick to the ground, looking for the marker. And from this angle, I don't think he got the first down. The defense won at the line of scrimmage. Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. To keep this drive alive. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down? Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Past the 45. On the move at the 30. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. This offense has been sluggish, to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. Used the play fake, now to throw. And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
Boy, this defense is ridiculous. On point, they know how to rush the passers. Multiple guys getting it done. 5 sacks, and we are still in the first half.
Caught in the backfield, it's Cook. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Trying to get the ball to the running back quick and let him get some space, but there was absolutely no space. They penetrated quickly, and they got him before he could even get going.
Illinois now facing 3rd and forever. From the gun, wants to pass. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. And for the second time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. Looks as if this will be a 51-yard attempt. No good. Guys, after that miss, they're still trying to fight their way out of an 18-point hole. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. The Huskies love these backs that can churn up yardage. Oh, it's a fumble. Ball bounced right to him, and he's on the move.
Man, and this is why you practice 5 points of pressure with the football. You cannot put the ball on the ground. Doesn't matter how many defenders are around you or how hard you get hit. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win games.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Looking to fire. Quarterback extends the play. It'll be incomplete. Tried to extend the play, but just couldn't find anybody open. Now facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with the results of the play. Washington sends out the punt team. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Gets the first one of the day out of there, and we saw a lot of him in that loss last week, 4 times to be exact. The Illinois offense returns to the field. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum, because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just regroup and figure it out. This offense doesn't have time to do that. They've got to be aggressive. They've got to throw it downfield. They've got to score points.
Fires to the big fella. Moves up to the 34-yard line. Give him a 10-yard pickup. Illinois right back to the line. To the air on first down. He uncorks one deep. And that ball is hauled in inside the 35.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. He's in open space downfield. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Illinois picked up the first down. Now here they come again. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
I know a lot of people are going to look at that play and say, man, that was a bad play. Didn't gain any yards. But that could be the offense maybe setting something up. The play caller is going to remember that last play. He's going to remember how the defense reacted to it, made a quick tackle. They might pump that throw and then hit another player vertically down the field for an explosive play down the line. Just keep that in mind.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Touchdown, Illini! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
And that was great execution on that drive. That is exactly what you needed. You took almost all of the time, and you cut into this lead. Now you're about to go into the half, get everybody excited. You momentum to start the second half.
And with the extra point, they draw closer. It's 21-10. Get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. On the run from inside his own 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down to the 26. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, who's had a better seat there in Seattle for an interesting first half than you? And this linebacker has left his big old paw prints all over this first half. He's been clogging running lanes and forcing turnovers, and even when he's not doing something that shows up on the stat sheet, he's preventing that offense from doing so. A young man with all-American potential. And with that, let's head back to the gorgeous Pacific Northwest and the fellas at Usda.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. Illinois has it teed up, ready to start the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. They opened this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. To the ground, he's got it again. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. First down for this offense. Looking downfield on first down. Fires to the wideout. What a job to lay out and make the catch. Part of the DNA of the Washington offense has been a guy who can get it done with his arm.
And just finding a guy that makes everybody around you better. They can make the right decisions. They can highlight your skill.
Brings into the open. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. 1st and goal from the 9.
Well, we know the game of college football is always evolving and changing, and one of the biggest reasons why is the quarterback evolution. Dual-threat quarterbacks. You're seeing two great examples.
Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Huskies. Excellent pad by the back on the option.
It looks like the offense just had the defense confused on that option play. Nobody accounting for the pitch man. The running back able to walk in.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Very intriguing Big 12 matchup today, gentlemen. Here's a look at how it finished up. Baylor found a way to pull out a victory. It wasn't vintage Bears football today. Those BU fans won't remember this one forever, but they will remember it was a W. Fun one in the Big 12, man. They generally are, as the teams there continue to jockey for goal position.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Second down, they'll go to the air. He's looking deep. He's got it down the left. And what a huge chunk play for this offense. Just exactly what you need to move the ball down the field. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. He'll do it himself. Only a couple there, and now staring at 3rd and 8.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
DB's right up on the receivers. Moving out of the pocket. And the runner is down, and so is a flag. This offensive line trying anything to protect the quarterback at this point. Nothing's working, and they'll back up after the holding penalty. Illinois moving it quickly down the field. He's looking to throw. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. The first down sack pushes the ball back for this long second down.
The defense has been so dominant up front. You've seen it in these passing situations. That now the 7th sack of the game.
And you didn't have a lot of panic in the first half. But man, you're starting to get now in the second half, and this offense just has really, really struggled, underperformed. You know you're a better team, but this offense hasn't shown it. This team hasn't shown it. It's the third quarter. They got to get it going now.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Stockton. They finally get him on the ground, and this junior turning in a big play after the catch. The Illini started this drive deep in their own end, but now starting to generate some momentum. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
He does a really good job being decisive, getting downhill, being a great runner. And guess what? You know how easy offense is when you get me at 2nd and short, 2nd and medium. Everything in the playbook is open to him.
And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the third quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. From the right hash, and this distance makes that angle not quite so severe. Right down the boulevard, it's good. That pulls them to within 15, 28-13 the score. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. He'll bring it back looking for help. And the returner goes down. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. If you like old-fashioned, grind-it-up, run-over a football, that last touchdown drive was for you, Jesse.
That was impressive, man. Great blocking up front and tough physical running by these ball carriers there.
And now you wonder how the defense responds. Like, are they going to get way more aggressive to try to stop the run? I got to do something to break the rhythm of that running game.
A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. Out of the gun, looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Complete on the comeback. The junior making a clutch play and turning in a big catch. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. The give to the tailback. And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Working on the right. Finally stopped at the 46 after a 15-yard gain. Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. They'll go back to the ground. Turning it on! Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He'll keep it himself. Across the 25, he's got room. Touchdown, Huskies! And the pummeling has started.
And you see the option being such a pain in the behind of the best programs in college football. When you got quarterbacks that have those multiple options, they're making you play very disciplined, and the QB takes it himself, gets in for the score.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. On the ground, it's Cook. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Pressure coming. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. Illinois runs the punt unit onto the field. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. just needs a crack to get a return. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. First snap in this drive will come from the 46. Here's the handoff. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The break. Bow down to your leaders, Washington. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. As we start the fourth quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. To pass. He hurls one deep down the left side. He got it! And he's brought down, but a flag is also down. So that penalty is going to cost them the first down as they back up, and now it's 2nd down. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Looking to fire. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the 2nd down misfire. They stop him short, and we'll have a big 4th down coming. The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. 2nd time today they've been forced to punt. He makes the fair catch just outside his own 10 at the 11-yard line. Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. Running game worked on first down. Let's see if they go back to it on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Flips it out on the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. Illinois lining up to punt this one away. Is staying loose, already the 5th kick of the night. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't...
There he goes!
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get it done.
Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play, because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
The Huskies in a good spot here with 2nd and short.
Man, that's the advantage of having a good coaching staff to teach these players in this type of situation with the lead late in the game. You want to stay in the field of play and keep the clock ticking. They do that after that nice run.
And the Huskies are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it at the 12. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can't pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. They'll try to run for it. That defensive front just flat whipped them as they knock him down for a big loss. Now on fourth down, they'll try to come away with 3. Smashes in between the uprights. And that will extend their lead even further. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, every game in the SEC so vital to a team's season, and this one is no different. Georgia was like a 65-man mute button. They went on the road and silenced one of the most vocal crowds in football. And it's clear this Dogs team has adopted the mantra, let your play do the talking. Sure happened today. Going to be very interesting to see what the fallout from this one is, because as we know, you can't lose games in the SEC like this without some blowback.
Yeah, how about that? He's got it along the sideline. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. Through the air, it's Gutierrez. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. The Illini just added to its workload after that last play. It's second and long. Off play action. With the catch, it's Stockton. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Illinois needs a big play here on third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Deep shot for the end zone. And the pass is incomplete on fourth down, but hold on just a second. We've got to see what the flag's about. Just an ill-advised play by the defender to make contact with the quarterback after the throw, and it cost his team. Wants to go up top on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Stockton. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down. Sixth play of the drive coming up. Well, this defense wants to bring some pressure. Here comes the heat. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Behind the chains now on second and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. They were on the move, but 2 straight incompletions had them staring at 3rd and 10.
You know, it's one thing to take shots early in a game when the defense may not be expecting it, but at this point, fourth quarter, you're trailing by a lot. They know you're going to do it, and the defense was expecting that one. Great job in the back end.
Tight coverage there did not stop him from making the grab. It's first and goal from the 8. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. It's first and goal as Illinois comes to the line. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Fighting Illini. They'll try to tack one more on their score. Splits the uprights. They march 72 yards. The deficit is huge. This one is all but over, but they'll keep trying and line up for the onside kick.
Well, they try to go onside kick, but that's why they're called the hands team. Great job recovering that ball.
And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. Boy, they have delighted these home fans here by putting this game in a hammerlock, David.
Yeah, this crowd's been jacked up. They've been excited. Now they get to breathe a little bit, Palmer. Nice lead. This offense needs to go out and protect it.
Yeah, they've been the more physical team all game long. So let's just run the ball. Let's just ice this football game. Take the W into the locker room.
Leaves it with the running back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Goodness, that happened fast. He was in the backfield before the ball was even snapped.
Oh, man, adrenaline pumping, heart beating a little faster. There is some intensity on that one. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Now they'll run the draw. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4. Common type of upset we see every year. The home field advantage is so big, and especially when you have a ranked team come to town, they love to play spoiler.
Yes, and what needed to happen happened in this football game. Something good to happen early to get the belief and to get this crowd involved. And when the crowd gets involved, Jesse, it changes the game, and I think it had a lot to do with the outcome today.
I agree. I'll tell you, regardless whether this team is ranked or unranked, when their home crowd is like they were today, they're tough to beat, period. And you know this crowd and these fans, they're going to...